Grande Soccer Band. Good evening, soccer fans and Toros Nation. Welcome to ATV Park, the precious field, here in Edinburgh, Texas. Tonight's USL matchup features our opponent, the Colorado Switchbacks FC, and your RGB FC Toros. The Toros would like to thank all of you for your attendance and support. The RGBFC Toros are proudly affiliated with a two-time MLS champion, Houston Dynamo. AJ Greer. Number 3, Christian Ibiaga. Number 8, Ronnie Argueta. Number 4, Luke Vercoloni. Number 44, Jordan Burt. Number 12, Mike Beck. Number 10, Miguel Gonzalez. And number 18, Aaron King. The Switchbacks are coached by Trent Chu. All right, Toros Nation, get on your feet and get ready to make some noise. It's now time to meet your RGB FC Toros. Number 30, Cal Irving. Number 2, Kevin Garcia. Number 3, Taylor Hunter. Number 4, George Mackey. Number 5, Ivan Morgan. Number 8, Number 10, Eric Bird. Number 13, Emilio Garcia. Number 7, Memo Rodriguez. Number 12, Ruben Luna. And number 36, Yair Arboleda. Your Toros are coached by Wilmer Cabrera. The starting 11 for your RGB FC Toros.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.
Stretched out to the middle, back to Grande.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Bernardo Fords.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another United Soccer League match. This one featuring the RGVFC Toros against the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Game 2 of a back-to-back. I'm Luis Ortiz on the call alongside the professor, one of the most knowledgeable soccer minds on the planet, Rafael Amaya.
Great game today in hand here at home with the at Edinburgh. Great weather, great crowd on hand, and actually a very good. This is a playoff action type game where the Toros went into Colorado Springs last week and beat them 2-0. One goal early and a goal in the 90th minute. So it wasn't, something that you beat them handily, but in every aspect was really good for the team since they won 3 games on the road, which is something not done before. Have scored 13 goals, 0 against in that span for the last month and a half. And now you have Colorado Springs coming in and showing who they are. They do have one more game than Toros at 40 points, and then 29 and 39 for the Toros. And let's see what happens.
It is a beautiful day in Edinburgh, Texas, right in the Rio Grande Valley. 91 degrees Fahrenheit here at HB Park. Doesn't feel like it. It is windy. I don't feel 91 degrees, but who is hot is the Toros. As you mentioned, they have scored 13 goals in the last in this span of the 8 games that they have played, unbeaten in that stretch, and also they have not allowed a goal in 721 minutes. For those of you who are counting, the Toros come into this game with a record of 10-5-9, while Colorado Springs is 11-7-7. This is the match between the 4th place RGVFC Toros in the Western Conference and the 2nd place Switchbacks. A big game tonight. 3 big points up for grabs.
3 big points with 5 games, 6 games for a few teams. Definitely being a home game, which is something that, the staff talked about this whole week. We've done well on the road. That's in the past. Let's take on what we have right now. Take it one half at a time. There's a lot of fresh legs in the bench as well. So we definitely will have a great game on hand.
All right, we are moments away from kickoff. Both teams are ready to enter the field. You do have both of the starting lineups.
And for your Toros, number 31 Column in goal. Number 4 defender Malky George. Number 3 Hunter Taylor, center back. Number 5 McGannis Ivan with number 5. Number 2 Kevin Garcia on the left back position. In the center mid, you'll have Bert, Eric number 10 substituting Jorginho, who's sitting his 5th yellow. And then number 8, Charlie Ward. On the right wing tonight, you'll have number 7, Rodriguez Memo. Then you'll have, who is hot on the team right now, Emilio Garcia, number 13. And then on the left wing, you'll see Arboleda Jair, who's done really well, came off the bench last week and did a great job. And up top, who also in 4 games, 1 goal each game, Luna Ruben.
There you have it. And how about for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks?
For the Switchbacks, you'll have in goal, number 1, Gorek. On number 5, the left back, Sucks Josh. Number 2, Phillips Josh at center back. Then number 3, Ivalge Christian. And then on the right back position, there is a substitution today. Greer JJ, number 34. In the midfield, you have Argueta Rory with number 8. You have Warsalkali Luke with number 4. You have another sub, number 44, Bert Jordan, as they're sitting one of the players also in the yellow cards. And then on a 4-3-3 formation, you have number 12, Seth Mike, and then number 10, Gonzalez Miguel, and number 18, Aaron King from Colorado, Smoky Hill High School.
It's important to mention on the subs for the bench of Colorado Springs, Maben, the forward, he's the team's leading scorer with 7, and he's not starting.
It's not starting. There obviously changes. Want to look at the different matchups from last week, and like I said before, both coaches looking already at kind of a playoff situation.
We'll take a quick break as we let you enjoy the national anthem. And there you have it. She has sung the RGVFC Toros and Colorado Springs Switchbacks getting ready to face off in the second meeting between the two teams. The Toros took the first one 2-0, and now they come into this one looking to climb up the standings. 3 points are up for grabs, and with a win, they can move up to second place in the Western Conference.
With a 1-point difference, as you have Sacramento right there up by a point, and it's going to be critical as you look at other matchups within the league. They are playing LA, and they're all playing each other in the next few days, so you just have to take it one game at a time.
Well, there is several games that come into row tonight. Also, Sacramento Republic, who is number 1 in the Western Conference, taking on Vancouver. So Sacramento with 43 points, sitting at number 1. Vancouver and Colorado Springs with 40 points, just 1 point ahead from the RGV. So RGV can earn 3 points and will give them to 42. And if Sacramento loses and stays at 43, they're only 1 point difference between the two.
But you have OKC right behind with 2 less games than everyone. They get a win. This is going to go down to the wire.
Well,
number 1 through number 7, literally 9 points separating all of them.
As you mentioned that, RGV with a loss tonight, and if OKC or the LA Galaxy, 2, which they both play tonight, OKC against Tulsa and LA Galaxy against Swope Park Rangers, if they win, they can drop to, the 6th place in the Western Conference. So everything can shift in just a matter of minutes.
Why it's so important today? You start setting yourself up for playoff. This is type of a playoff matchup, and I know staff and coaches from both sides will look at who can play at this level, who can win those tackles, who can establish possession, who can score.
Yeah, definitely who can score, and we have talked about Ruben Luna, who has scored 1 goal in each of the last 4 games. How about Jenin Katic?
Jenin Katic coming off the bench, and if you look at his minutes versus everyone else, he's also stepped up. You also have Emilio Garcia. I mean, clutch free kicks, clutch hitting. He's had a great week of practice. I mean, it's just a number of players. Great thing about Toros, it's not one, it's not two. And then you have players off the bench and coming into the job. Great situation for this crowd. Great opportunity to watch probably one of the top-notch 2 teams in the league.
As you mentioned, Emilio Garcia, hot as well. He is tied with Memo Rodriguez as the leading scorers on this team, 6 goals apiece. As both teams are meeting right now in the huddle, what are the last few words that you say to each other right before kickoff?
Be consistent, work hard. This is our home field showing where we come from. One note from last week when Toros beat Colorado Springs Switchbacks, our grade number 8 actually had a straight red on a slide tackle to Jorginho. That was a game that, you know, it had a lot of stoppage, a lot of fouls, a lot of yellow cards. And you know, you're going to play in a field today that's faster, that I think won't be so much stoppage. We usually don't blame the referees because both teams are playing on the same field and under the same ref. So whatever the outcome is, you're just a professional. You have to step up and get the job done.
There you see Emilio Garcia and Ruben Luna in the middle of the field getting ready to kick off the Toros wearing their blackout uniform. The Switchbacks will be in white.
That was the opposite last week in
on the road.
Colorado Springs.
So we are ready. And here it is. 45 minutes and counting. RGV with the ball first. And a quick kick out of bounds, and Colorado will take over.
Usually the wind goes the other way, and it's kind of going against RGV.
So here we go. RGV playing against the wind first. Here, Kevin Garcia recovering in the loose ball as Colorado was looking to get its attack going. And here's Kevin Garcia with a nice ball left to Yair Arboleda. He's got a defender on him. He dances a bit, gets by him, crosses it in. This one looks like it's going for it. Total, but that one was just a little bit long and battled on the air.
As you can see right there, Kevin Garcia already attacking the flank, looking for Arboleda to support, who has very good speed. It's going to be great matchups because Switchbacks are not a team to sit back.
So here we have the defense clearing this one out. It's going to be Charlie Ward with the ball. A quick touch to George Malky and back to Ward. Ward playing it back. Ivan McGallis. There's Ward. Now to the right with George Malky. Malky to Emilio. Emilio waits. Nice overlap by Malky. Here's Malky crossing it in left. And Ruben Luna just short of it, but that was a nice placed ball.
He did. He tried crossing it. It did get a little bit deflected by the defender. If not, it would have been a very good opportunity. As you can see, Ruben Luna is always in the right place.
Here Kevin Garcia with a nice move to get over by the defense. There's a man down from Colorado Springs as Kevin Garcia clashed with number 44,
Burton.
Jordan Burton. Oh, 34 actually. That's J.J. Greer.
J.J. Greer, the right back, yes.
He looks to be okay as he slowly gets up. Well, the Toros band in action early. All right. Full volume right now.
It is. And then
here's the ball. Looking for someone up ahead. Number 18, Aaron King tried to put that one through, and here he is now, receives it. But defense is there, and now the Toros have it. That's Eric Bird with it. He's going to play it to him. Malky. Actually, Memo Rodriguez, that was. Here's Taylor Hunter.
Taylor Hunter actually last year played for Colorado Springs. As he was drafted by Dynamo, and then he was loaned. But now that you had RGV Toros and the connection with Dynamo, you know, that's why he's playing here.
Here Here's Charlie Ward, teaming up with Memo Rodriguez. Memo to Emilio Garcia. He turns around, he's looking, chips it up, looking for Ruben Luna, and that was just a bit long. But the defender cannot control, and almost like it could have been a handball. That's Burt. He's going to kick that one out of bounds. It'll be an inbound for the Toros.
You have a tactical move due to the yellow cards. You have Burt playing down the center mid next to we have him next to Charlie Ward. You know, it's a different type of player since he can score goals, he can keep the ball well, he can drive the ball, he hits the ball really well. But it's a different type player than Jorginho James.
So, loose ball here, ends up with Eric Bird, and then Charlie Ward touches it back to McGallis. On to the right, George Malky. Back to Taylor Hunter. Here's McGallis. Now Eric Bird in the middle. Just past the midfield.
You can see Colorado Springs sitting back on almost literally 11 behind the ball in center mid. They play mostly a 4-1-4-1, so they do attack. They don't sit back, but they're very organized and compact from the front to the back and sideways.
Having just faced each other, how do you adjust or do you make any changes knowing that, you know, each team's style of play is freshly on your mind?
You look at where you did well. You look at the things where you can maybe matchups change a little bit, but for the most, when you win, you don't change much.
Here's Kevin Garcia controlling the ball well with his chest. Well done job. Touches it to Eric Bird, and now Bird playing it back to the right side of the field. Here's Taylor Hunter, the defender. Almost up 3/4. Now loses this one, and look out on the counterattack. Colorado Springs looking to do just that, but that's going to be an offsides. Looks like that was Aaron King.
Aaron King is a very good player, forward, Lone Rangers, you can see from Colorado, Smoky Hill High School, NC State, and it's played in many teams in Charleston Battery. He's played in quite a few teams within the USL.
What are the storylines coming into tonight? There's only 5 weekends left in the regular season. 2 teams have already clinched the playoffs. New York Red Bulls 2 and Louisville City FC. Both from the Eastern Conference, so no one in the West still has claimed its ticket to the postseason.
The Western Conference, I think, is going to come down to the last game. You know, we never thought that San Antonio on the 24th of September would be probably where your seating is going to be, and it's going to come down. And it could be where they can move up themselves because they're still in there in the top 8. So, you know, anything can happen.
Here are the Toros in the attack now. George Malky, he gets held back by number 10, Gonzalez.
The referee did call it.
And that's a foul. Here's the replay.
You can see George Malky very comfortable on the right side. He did a good job on the left back position, but Kevin
he was
is more
usually playing the
comfortable.
left.
Yeah, so that switch has been really good for the backs, and ever since that move's made, Toros have given up 0 goals.
And they've scored a lot.
And they've scored many goals.
And you've seen him. He's always on the sideline. He's moving up forward. He's on the attack. So here's Memo getting ready to put the set play into play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Toros in the box. It's up in the air, and McGallis, he connects, but it goes far left.
Very good header, yeah. Colorado Springs Switchbacks had about 7-8 players right on top of the box. A little bit actually more towards the penalty spot. With the wind, this is a very dangerous cross if you're able to flick it. Ivan went up for the header. Goalkeeper staying a little bit too much in his line, but, you know, defense doing a good job.
So here's a clear out. Reaches RGV's defensive third. Now Burt inbounding. Here's Burt. This one goes out of bounds as Colorado Springs could not handle the ball. The Toros unbeaten in the last 8 games. The last time they allowed a goal was on June 26th. A 2-1 loss in Orange County. What has worked so well on the defensive side?
You know, it's a team defense. It's not just one. It's how it's how the forwards pressure, how they keep the ball, how they support each other.
Yeah, you see Eric Bird, a midfielder, sliding for the tackle. Here's Yair Arboleda. A nice pass to Eric Bird. Bird puts the through ball ahead, and Eric Arboleda catches up with it. Now he's got a defender on him. Dancing. He touches to Emilio Garcia. Emilio shuffling his feet now. The cross is in. This one is long.
You can see Arboleda doing his thing in the corner, you know, getting the crowd into it. Great communication, great way to win the ball in the middle, and have very good balanced offense from your midfield and your forwards.
You saw there the nice 1-2 punch between Arboleda and Eric Bird.
You're going to see more of it all night.
Here's Charlie Ward fighting for it. And ends up on the feet of Arboleda. Now Kevin Garcia overlapping on the left. Here's the captain, crosses it in low. Here's Ruben Luna asking for a handball. What does the ref say? Nothing. This one goes out of bounds.
The crowd is calling for a PK. You know, referee's seeing it.
There it is. A low cross by Kevin
Everybody's
Garcia.
looking into it.
Ooh, hit his hand.
It was a handball, but hey, referee was there. He called it. You got to move on to the next play.
Would you say that was intentional?
Hey, it wasn't, but anytime it's in direction to goal, it's a PK. If you look at the Copa America when the U.S. and Colombia played, it was a penalty kick and anything inside the box.
Look out here. Things getting chippy early.
This is a playoff match.
It is. Well, these two actually, they just met not too long ago in the last game that the Toros played. And, you know, Switchbacks want to get some revenge.
They do. It's very important. And again, knowing Steve Trichu, head coach, former teammate, Colorado Rapids, player for many years, national team player, he's kind of like Wilmer. You know, they're both players, coaches who played in national teams. They know what it takes to win. Waldy Harris, assistant coach, played for the Jamaican national team, played for the Rapids as well, former teammate. And he's played in many teams. He's played for New England. He's played in El FAS in El Salvador. So you have tons of experience from both staffs and in both teams right now.
I want to touch back on the controversial call there with the possible handball. The ball is coming off a bounce. Your arms are, you know, naturally down. So his hand, if you can't move it right away and then it hits you, I mean, you talked about it. If it's in direction of goal, it's a penalty. That's just a tough call there.
It is tough as a judging by the ref. For a moment, you kind of think you look over as maybe an offsides, but it wasn't. If the ball goes through, Luna has an open shot on goal. So
tough call there for the Toros. A lucky one for the Switchbacks.
sometimes you look at those. If we would have gotten that call, we would have scored that goal. If we would have missed or not hit the post, we would have gotten that goal. Almost doesn't count.
Yep. Could have, should have, would have. But it didn't happen.
You have some really good matchups. You have the left back Suggs, who likes to get forward. Gonzalez, who's really good up there. Aaron King is going to put pressure, opportunity for Toros.
Look out here. Memo Rodriguez taking a shot. And this one's controlled well by Devala Goric. So this one up in the air. Both teams fighting for it. That's Charlie Ward who wins it. Now Emilio Garcia has it. Back to Ward, who still has played every single minute of this season.
He has, but he's one yellow card away from sitting out a game. So do you get it now and stay home and not go against Kansas City, or do you keep going until it's time to sit down? Because this playoff run, he's been very important for the team.
Look out here. That could have been a nice play by Memo Rodriguez. Ruben Luna there to help him out. Here's Emilio Garcia. Oh, get him by two defenders. Nice job done. Here's Emilio fighting for it. He's getting frustrated.
He held and shielded the ball for quite a while until he got frustrated. And it's one thing he can't do, let the referee call the game. And, you know, good that he got the call and has the free kick. Now the referee has to iron those players. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to make it easy for Emilio or Bird or any of the players on the field.
There's a replay. Miguel Gonzalez pulling his shirt. There you go. Emilio showing his frustration. Things getting chippy early on between these two.
The play of game.
13 minutes into this one, still 0-0.
I mean, you look at the difference having a home game for the start of your playoffs or having on a road game.
Look out here. Another bounce, and it looked like another handball. But the ref had blown the whistle, calling offsides. Here's Charlie Ward controlling the clear out. To the captain, Kevin Garcia. Charlie, he's going to go right, looking for who? Oh, look at that. Memo Rodriguez, but that one was long, and that'll be a goal
So
kick.
far in the first 13 minutes, you can see that definitely Toros have more possession of the ball, looking to go to goal from both sides, right and left wing, the crosses. Got to add an extra player in there, may be able to get that first goal, which in the first 5 minutes in Colorado Springs made the difference.
And as you mentioned, the Toros right now are going against the wind, so they have the second half to look forward to as far as playing with it. Here's Burt with Arboleda all over him, pressuring. Here's Burt once again on the right. Here's a ball, looking to get into the box. No one is there. And George Malky clears it out. Arboleda controlling now. Takes off on the run. He's got one defender on him, 3 up ahead. Ruben Luna, the only man on top. Play it back to Kevin Garcia, and it goes to Ward. Ward now going all the way right to Malky. Here's Malky teaming up with Memo Rodriguez. No, that one miscommunication, and now the Switchbacks on the attack, but not for long. Here's Emilio Garcia fighting for this one against Christian Ivega. That one goes out of bounds, and it's Toros' ball.
Defender kicked it away. A little bit on sportsmanship right there, but kind of game smart.
Here's the cross into the box. Deflected. Now Kevin Garcia heading it up ahead to Arboleda. He's got 2 men on him. There's a nice heel pass. Doesn't get through. Ball still alive. Bounces off Burt, and it goes out of bounds. It's Toros' ball.
Arboleda is so quick,
Creative.
so quick and creative. I mean, if you get too tight, he's going to make something happen. If you don't get tight, he'll beat you.
He's a threat for sure. Here's the inbound.
Played for Santa Fe in Colombia and has been a part of the Colombian U20 national team.
He's had an impact since he came into the game. Speaking of Colombia, we had a couple players here, actually
fans. Yeah, we have a few fans coming
wearing the
to say
Colombian
hi
national
to
jerseys.
Wilma Cabrera after the game.
Here's Eric Bird. So as you mentioned, the Toros are winning the possession battle. They're creating more shots. What have you seen so far?
You know that you're keeping possession, but they're not giving you the open space in the middle where you can, be dangerous. We still could use a little bit more width in the flanks, a little bit more speed getting forward as we do there, and then maybe start crossing so they need to step out of that shell.
There's about at least 4 to 5 defenders back for Colorado Springs.
There's 11 behind the half. Even Aaron King, who's their highest forward, he's playing right in the middle of the field.
How do you counterattack that tactic where everyone's really parking the bus per se?
You know what? You start crossing, you start shooting, you start drawing fouls, or you start possessing it in the middle so you can pull them out and see if you can get behind.
Here's Emilio with a nice ball to Kevin Garcia on the left. He makes his move, looking to cross it, doesn't, goes back to Emilio Garcia. Garcia crossing it right to George Malky, that is. And now he goes back to Taylor Hunter. Hunter looks to Charlie Ward. Here's Charlie. Nice pass to Kevin Garcia on the left, and now he teams up with Arboleda. Here we go. Arboleda puts the ball in, up in the air, and into the hands of Gorick. Ruben Luna there being smothered.
He is
by
by Christian and Josh Phillips. Every time there's a ball in the air, they're looking for that body right away. I mean, he had a great goal last week where he targeted the ball and turned half volley and put it right in the corner. So obviously they're going to look for him a little bit more and know that he can shoot both right or left foot.
The defender was all over him like syrup on hot pancakes. Might have them for breakfast tomorrow morning. Here's Gorick. Clearing it out. Ball in the air, and Charlie Ward controlling. Now the captain, Kevin Garcia. Back to Ward. Ward being pressured, and he gears up. Gives it to Eric Bird. Bird goes down, and here comes the ref. Miguel Gonzalez once again.
That's the
second
or third time he's gone and put pressure. But that's the way this team's going to be. If you're going to beat them, they're going to get a piece of you. They're not going to just let you go by. Last week, that's what happened down in Colorado Springs, and that's why they're one of the top teams experience-wise. They're going to see how much the referee can let them get away with.
Well, they have to be careful. I mean, last game, they ended up with 10 men. You don't want that to happen again. Number 10, Miguel Gonzalez, a forward of the team. And as we talked about how they have almost everyone behind midfield, as Memo Rodriguez is on the attack here, looking to get by two defenders. He loses that one. Loose ball, and Kevin Garcia, will he get to it? He does. Nice save. Now he has two players in the box. He crosses it in. Who's there? No one able to get to it. And this one's cleared out. Megales, look out here. Aaron King right on top of this one. He's one-on-one against Megales. King goes down. No whistle. Looked like a clean defensive play by Megales. And it goes back to Callum Irving.
Great job, good possession, very good composure by the defenders.
That's the key word. He took it right out of my mouth, composure. He didn't seem nervous, pressured, real focused. Here's Ward now. He's got Eric Bird in front of him. He goes left to Kevin Garcia. Now Arboleda on the left. Garcia overlapping. Here's a cross in. That one's headed out, and that'll be the first corner.
So Arboleda's done a good job of slowing down, keeping it. Maybe he can try to get in a little quicker into the box. I mean, he could draw the PK. He can draw two players and find the open player. But Colorado Springs is with 8 players literally inside the 18-yard box.
Here's the corner into play. Played down low. Here's the cross now. Eric Bird fighting for that one. How about Megales? Kevin Garcia, that was. Look out. Another push. As Gorick extended his arm. Another opportunity ended up in the hands of Gorick, but the Toros are attacking. It seems like every time they cross it, it's getting denied. As you mentioned, they're just outnumbered in the box.
Their number, I mean, it's good to cross so they step up. The next step is start shooting from top of the box or try to get in on a give and go. And that's why I was saying if you could get wide and use that flank, they will pack the middle. But then if we can get overlaps, if we can get some takeovers and mix up a little bit how we attack, then you break that show.
Here's Megales. Gives it up to Charlie Ward. Just past midfield. Now Kevin Garcia. He withstands the contact. First touch from Ward to he goes to Taylor Hunter on the right. Hunter.
Sometimes with Toros have to be careful on the counter. You know, they're very good and fast. So if you push so many players up, you can give up.
There's a ball in the air looking for Yair Arboleda. He controls that one. There's a whistle.
Out of bounds.
That was a long ball by Memo.
21 minutes.
21 minutes. Still 0-0.
And it's a very good crowd. Very good crowd on hand.
Every game, the audience here is just growing.
It seems like they'll show up in the same bus because 10 minutes prior to the game, looks like nobody, and then all of a sudden everybody shows up.
Look out, we got 2 men on the ground. That's number 4 for Colorado, Luke Mercolone. And we also have, it looks like, Ivan Megales.
Oh, he took it.
Straight to the chest.
They took it right to his throat. Was not intentional. He put his head down, and the other player had his leg up. Mike Seth had, played at Metro State in Colorado. Watched him scored a few goals last year. He was a transfer out of Oregon.
Dangerous play there, and as mentioned, not intentional.
It wasn't intentional.
Just
Referee
fighting for
would
the
have
loose
seen
ball.
it. Yeah. That's why it's dangerous sometimes. That ball that is not too high or kind of in between, you go headed and you don't see the other guy coming up. Once you leave your feet, it's really hard to stop. That's why a lot of injuries happen for the youth. We always try to teach them how to open their arms and watch their personal space.
Well, the Switchbacks will have the set play here. As McAllis and Luke both seem to be stepping off the field. They'll be waiting to get their turn to come back in.
The band is singing 2-0 from the Colorado. That was the score in Colorado.
And nationally, the Dos a Cero is famously known for the U.S. men's national team defeating Mexico 2-0. So here's number 5, Josh Suggs, putting the ball in the air. Callum Irving steps off his line and glides through the air to make the save. Now the Toros lose that one quick. Colorado looking to control on the left. George Malky is there to make the play.
They have to be careful taking off too like it did, and their defense is waiting and reading that pass. Maybe a little bit over the top to stretch the field. And it's something the staff works on, you know. Don't just play it and stand. You want to attack, go forward, make the defense work.
As we talked earlier about the Toros not conceding a goal in the last 8 games, they set a new league record by doing so.
I mean, that's a tough record, you know, to even get there. I can tell you that the staff does not worry about that record. They won the 3 points and they want to keep moving on and see where it goes. But for the most, it's never been brought up to the point where it says, well, let's keep it that way, let's keep it that way. You want the wins at this point in the season and with the way the Western Conference sits right now.
A win is a win, no matter if you win, you know, in a shutout or if you.
I mean, when you look at the 9 games the team has tied, you win those 5 home games, that's 15 points. You know, you'd be in a different situation. But for it, this is a development league, and you learn from it.
Look out here, Arboleda on the left. He controls that one. Has a defender right on top of him. Oh, wants to get by. A nice move, and no call. It looked like he had the defender beat, and all he had to do is step over him. But number 44, Burt, he pushes him out of bounds, and the whistle just swallowed. The ref swallowed the whistle. And now he blows.
Yeah, a little inconsistent there. He did beat him. He made them over there, put his hand on his face, and the referee let it play. Now it was a similar play here, but hey, got to play it, got to be careful. Colorado, we got the early calls. We scored the goal. Now it could be the other way, so you have to be ready for anything. Referee's big part of the game.
And now the fans letting them have it. Here's the ball up in the air. Ward is there to deflect that one. Now Colorado once again looking to get that one into the box. Both teams fighting for it. Toros win the battle. Eric Bird playing it to Kevin Garcia. Back to Bird. Bird being pressured. He gets rid of it to Emilio Garcia. Calm.
Very good job coming out of those situations. You get pressured by 3-4 players. You know, all the work you see during the week, you see it put on the field, and it's a great job by the players.
Here's Charlie Ward. He goes to George Malky on the right. Malky to Memo. Memo, as Emilio Garcia up front can't get it through him. So now Magalhaes has it. Back on the field. The Switchbacks did get to bounce back from the 2-0 loss against the Toros on Wednesday in a midweek game. They beat Oklahoma City 2-0.
That was a very good score. You know, that's the team that's chasing this group. They do have 2 less games.
Look out here. Memo could not handle that one. Now Colorado on the attack.
One of the games that was important for Toros was the game against Tulsa. Because if you look at it, Tulsa in the game of the year beat Toros 2-0. Came and win there. And finally 0-0 at half, 5-0 in the second half.
Here's Bird. Charlie Ward on the right. Memo puts it up in the air. Robert Luna fighting for it. He goes down. No call. Looked like it was just contact. Got tripped. Tangled with the defender.
Doing a great job of recovering the ball within 30 seconds. You know, it's something that group has to be proud of, having that confidence to lose it and go right back and win it again and keep possession. Usually the team that keeps possession has more legs. They know what they're doing. The other team's chasing. But as you said before, it might be sitting back a little more because they played in the midweek. They're not going to go pressure high and with the legs. As long as they can keep it 0-0, they're doing a good job.
Here's a nice cross to the left field. Kevin Garcia. Ward teams up with Emilio. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players and the defensive third of Colorado.
They're definitely sitting back. It's working for them. See if we could get a shot.
Here's Ward to the captain. Captain fakes the shot. Here's Arboleda. What he'll do with it, tried to cross it in. And
done the same thing about 4 times. They have to find a way to just go at them in that wing. I mean, doing a good job, obviously, possessing, getting service, getting the ball right back.
As you mentioned, he's kind of done the same thing there. Should he maybe try to beat his defender and go through the baseline?
Well, the first goal came last week as Jose Escalante received the balls. It was a wide field, and he took him on. And first time tried to beat him twice. The second, third time he crossed it, and that would ended up in the goal.
Here's a loose ball that ends up with Kevin Garcia. He tries to get by 2 defenders, goes down, and the ref, no call once again.
He's right there, but he's not calling. He's not buying it.
And he makes a call there. The fans really not happy.
Wow. That is, I guess you have to come and live with it.
That's the ref, Andrew Musasha. His second assistant is Omar Lira. First assistant, Arturo Ibarra. And the fourth man on the field is Angel Saavedra Cisneros.
I mean, right now, Colorado's happy to keep it at 0s.
As we're 30 minutes into this one. Now the Toros looking to make something happen here. Here's Malky. In between 2 defenders. Nice play there. He saves it to Arboleda. He leaves it there, and that was over the crossbar.
Very good run by George Malky. Usually he makes that run wide. He made it a little bit inside, close to the 18, cut it back. Great ball back. Just shot it a little bit higher.
It was a nice
off
cut.
the crossbar by Arboleda. But, you know, very good run. And look, Arboleda switched to the other side. Now it looks like Memo's coming over to this side. Let's see what happens with that switch.
And 31 minutes into the game, we have a water break. So far, we see the first adjustment that Wilmer Cabrera has done, as you mentioned, switching Yair and Memo Rodriguez. What else should you maybe do in order to see if we can get a goal before the first
I
halftime?
can't say do, but I can say that he's probably going to say, look, mix it up. Don't just cross, you know, where before it was just dribble. So it's just a little combination, balance your attack, and then start shooting from the top. Now they really need to step up. And if Jair gets around and George Malky gets around, and then you also get Memo coming in, which now he can cut the ball from left to right and get a shot on the frame, you scored a goal. This shell's going to open up.
Right. Well, the Toros will look to do that with 15 minutes left in this one, just under 15 minutes.
Yeah, they're playing very well. If you had to look in the first 32 minutes, it's almost like a 75% possession versus 15.
Well, we take advantage of this water break to let you know that you can get into the game through the USL social media channels. You can follow the United Soccer League on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league. Also, Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. And you can keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com website for everything you need to know about the United Soccer League.
You know, going back to the Switchbacks, it's a team that last year was the first year in the league. Play out of Colorado Springs Olympic Training Center. Field is a little not different. It's just the grass and the weather, obviously. It's a little heavier. And our Toros guys did a good job. But second in the 75th, 80th minute, you could feel it in those legs, especially after playing in Tulsa. That has to be the feeling over here for them. And last year, this team lost in the semifinal against Galaxy, who ended up winning it all. So they did a great job.
Coming off a successful season. Here's Miguel Gonzalez. Plays that one left, but it's intercepted by Malky. Toros cannot control, and it's back onto the defense of the Switchbacks. That's number 2, Josh Phillips. Clears it out. This one still has no owner. Eric Bird ends up with Taylor Hunter. Hunter, nice ball up ahead to Ruben Luna. He's got it. Gets clear of the 2 defenders, and that one is just off right.
Look at talking about the shell. And we talked about what you think we were going to say. And one of those things was, hey, guys, don't be too many touches. See if you can get one direct. And here we go. Luna gets. He's always going to take that shot. Great opportunity. Great ball by Taylor Hunter over the top.
That's a great pass and a great job done by Luna to receive that one and switch it over to his left and try to put it right, but it was just off. Kevin Garcia here on the right. He's got Memo to support him. Back to.
It's been really, really great working with the staff, with all these players. You know, the front office and staff's done a great job of preparing the stadium right now, which is the practice field. Facilities behind the groundskeeper do a great job. Every team that comes into town looks at this field and go, is this turf? Is this grass?
Yeah.
Done a great job. Can't wait till the stadium is ready.
The stadium's still under construction, and it'll be a beautiful day when that one gets to showcase its first game. So here's Colorado on the attack. Nothing coming out of that, and it's going to be a corner.
Those are the things that you're looking at. Here's the first time that the outside left back gets forward, and they did a lot of that in Colorado Springs. You know, they attacked and they attacked and they attacked. So slowly it looks like they're going to open up the game.
So nearly everyone for Colorado up ahead. Maybe about 3 guys outside of the box. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside.
In Colorado Springs, they were putting a player right on the goalkeeper, which is right now, which is happening, so that goalkeeper gets boxed in. And it's something that, unless you have him there, you don't see him. And when it's part of the play, it seems like a foul. It's a fair play as long as you do not touch the goalkeeper.
And that one was deflected by the Toros, so it's another corner. Here's the replay. Emilio Garcia with the defensive play.
You always say if you put somebody close to the goalie has to be looking for the ball. So if you're a forward, you know the ball is going to come around you.
Right. And here's same strategy being used once again. Ball is up in the air. Who's there? Callum Irving, who handles it well. He had 6 saves last game.
He came off the bench.
Yeah, he did.
You know, he came off. I actually warmed him up. We said before practice, I said, hey, let's get a few touches. You never know. And, wow, was surprised. Came in. He's done a good job. He's kept a clean sheet for the last few games. Something that it's not easy to do. You know, it becomes psychological, especially in a goalkeeper. But kid has really taken on that role, done a good job. His supporting cast, Devin, Perales, and all the other goalies, they just support each other and train hard, which is great.
Callum has definitely played well as of far. He's made the team of the week a few times, and which was a member of that group this week. As Kevin Garcia battling for that one, showing no mercy.
Tonight, as we speak, the Dynamo are playing a very hard game against Dallas at home. You know, every point for MLS. We had last week 2 players. We Rob Joy, who went on the trips and helped out, and Jose Escalante, but they're both now on duty.
Yeah. With the team. Here's Colorado. Springs on the attack. Ball is up in the box, and the shot is in into the bottom right corner. A goal by Colorado Springs gives them the lead. 1-0.
It was a very good ball over the top, and somehow our defender kind of got stuck. He cut the ball in, and what a finish. There goes. Maybe everybody's a little more relaxed with the situation. They're probably going to sit back and really. Here goes the long ball. Taylor Hunter got stuck in there, and he hit a rocket volley to the left side of the goal, breaking that scoring streak, ending the scoring streak. But you know what? We have a game on hand.
Well, we do. Josh Suggs with the goal. And that ends the streak that the Toros had, the record, the league's record of not allowing a goal in 760 minutes.
And I was just talking about how relaxed the players were, you know, and again, that has nothing to take anything away. It's going to be a very good game going forward.
Josh Suggs makes it 1-0 at the 39th minute as the RGVFC Toros now trail Colorado Springs 1-0.
That was the left back getting forward.
Yeah. The defender found the opportunity to do so. He had that open window, and he didn't even think about it twice. Here's the ball up ahead to Ruben Luna. He can't control it. Oh, it looks like, should it be a penalty? Yes, that is a penalty. Gorick takes down Arboleda, and that was clear.
That goes the service. There goes the service. It took only but 30 seconds to get a PK. You know, Arboleda was in the right place. Very good cross by Emilio Garcia. Emilio Garcia, if you look at him, served it right in. Ball slicks. He's going to get to it. Gets a little touch.
Yeah, it
it's
looks
a
clear
tough
to me.
call on the goalkeeper because he was going away from the goal, but he did touch them.
And he kept Arboleda kept the ball out of him. He didn't touch the ball. At least it didn't seem like it from here. Arboleda was able to.
It
stretch
looks
his
like
foot.
Luna.
Luna will be the one to take care of it, to do the honors.
First PK at home.
Yeah. Let's see if Ruben Luna can make it 5, in which he has scored.
One way to respond is you get scored, you go right back and keep it even.
Well, here it is. If they put this one into back of the net, we're 1-1, and it's a clean sheet once again. So, from 11 steps out, Ruben Luna.
Takes a lot of steps, top of the box.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fires, and it's in. Goal, 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 goal. Ruben Luna ties it 1-1 at the 41st minute.
I think the referee's saying that somebody encroached early from Toros, so it's a retake.
A retake.
It's a retake. It's a retake because somebody did run into the box earlier. If we see the replay, we'll see
if
who
we'll
it
see
was.
the replay, maybe, possibly. Here we go. Can't see from that angle. A tough call. It's only a 50-50 chance. It looks like they're pointing at Arboleda.
Arbolade's too quick.
Too quick for himself. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fire. That one is in once again. Ruben Luna on the top right. Almost over 90.
5 games, 5 goals for Ruben
Luna. There it is. And Luna now just 1 goal shy of tying Emilio Garcia and Memo Rodriguez for the leading scorers on the team, who both have 6.
It's very good to see the team score and actually score after they went down. You know, that's kind of one of those reactions as a staff that you want to see. I know Wilmer and Coach Michael, you know, very happy right now to see that comeback so quick.
What does that say of Luna to, as you see here on your screen?
Looks like the Boca Juniors and then games in Mexico and all over.
In Argentina, that definitely happens. Callum Irving having to clear out his goal. Look out here.
Very good by Kevin Garcia. You can see his confidence, just nice little flick back to the goalkeeper. That's being disciplined and understanding everybody's role.
As I was saying, what does that say of Luna to be able to keep his composure and retake that penalty? We know they're 50-50. You make the first one, the second one could be denied, and he makes it happen again.
I can tell you he had the confidence going in, wanted to take the PK. So if you're that kind of player, you're a goal scorer, that he's shown it, he's proven it again, and he's taking that role.
So we have a game here on hand at HEB Park. RGV FC Toros and Colorado Springs tied at 1-1 with about 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
You know, if you're Colorado Springs, you say, you know what, we went into their home, we lost at home, but we did score the goal. So that's a positive for them and a positive for Toros. We should have had 2 or 3 other opportunities. And now you score back 30 seconds after you get scored. So that is very positive for Toros.
So here the Toros with the ball. Kevin Garcia plays it to Memo Rodriguez. It's short and it's intercepted. Now Aaron King has it. Eric Bird comes and takes it away from him. It looked like a shove. The ref doesn't call it. So it's Toros' ball.
Have to play till you hear the whistle.
Malky to Arboleda. Arboleda fighting for it. Now Emilio Garcia has it. Can he hang on to it? No, he loses it. But Ruben Luna ends up with it. He's got a few defenders around him. And this one ends
very
up
crowded in the midfield.
With Charlie Ward. Here's Eric Bird. Nice. He'll touch there to get free of the defense.
University of Virginia product. He scored a lot of goals.
Nice first touch from Luna. Looking for Memo Rodriguez, but the defense was there.
Very good give and go.
Here's Emilio. Nice chip. Ball up ahead and just a little bit long for Luna. Gorick, a little frustrated there. Wanted to clear that one out quick, and the whole Colorado Springs team is still behind midfield. 3 minutes being added to this one. So we'll play till 48th mark.
Referee called the foul on that 50-50. Definitely have to put the ball away yourself. Referee's not going to give you anything today.
Yeah, he's just kind of hit or miss so far. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 switchbacks players. 7 now with number 34 joining. That's J.J. Greer. The ball is up in the air and denied by the Toros. Switchbacks trying to surprise Calamari, but that one's well over the crossbar.
Yeah, he got under it and put it over. Very good job by the defensive line of the whole group for the Toros. And now we're hitting the 45th minute right now.
We'll have 3 minutes of stoppage time. We're tied 1 apiece. That makes it 40 goals on the season for the Toros, 30 for Colorado Springs.
They're like 2 boxers. If you look at the stats, the only big difference is Toros have scored 10 goals more. Colorado Springs had given up until today 20, so it's 21 with this one, and Toros given up 22. And if you look at yellow cards, fouls, and everything, it's dead even.
Yeah, as far as fouls by the Toros, 243 by Colorado Springs, so almost about a 20 foul difference there, give or take. But yellow cards, only a 6 card difference there, 40 for Switchbacks and 34 for the Toros, and 3 reds for the Toros, 4 for Colorado Springs. So as you mentioned, very even.
Very even, and one there with the yellow cards is something that you mentioned. There's got to be a lot of players at this time of the season with a lot of those. You know, yellows close to sitting out that game, and with everybody in a playoff race.
That comes into play.
It's how deep your bench is.
We just saw there Luna, he was able to shoot off the defender, makes the turn, and then was he expecting somebody to be in the box? It looks like it was a kind of a tough.
That's how he scored his goal in Colorado Springs.
So he was going for it there.
He'll shoot, and all he does, if he has space to shoot, he will take the shot.
That was Ward, Charlie Ward, and Luke Bercolone fighting for it. That's going to be a corner for Colorado Springs as we are reaching the end of the first half.
The crowd's giving the referees a little hard time there.
Oh, yeah. You're hearing the chants here. They haven't liked the way he's officiated this game so far. So it's a crowded box.
And the wind's in favor of Colorado Springs.
ball coming into play. It will be you got number 8. Look out here. Smothering. Oh! Smothering Callum Irving, making it tough for him.
They put 3 guys on him and lean so that he can't get out. And not necessarily is a foul. He just can't. It's like a box. He can't get out of that. So any driven ball, any little deflection can end up on a goal.
What do you think of that tactic?
You know, it's worked for them because they're still doing it. And you know, at least Toros was able to look at it last week. They communicated, and it was called twice, but they get away with it, and they're going to keep using it.
Well, that's the end of the first half. 48 minutes, and the RGVFC Toros are tied 1-1 against Colorado Springs. As we head into the second half, the Toros will be playing with the wind on their side. What do they need to do? What changes into the second half in order to take the lead on this
For one, the Colorado Springs has been sitting on a shell. But if you look at the goal, they actually played a long through ball, which caught us off guard. And unluckily, Taylor Hunter went in, slid. Player cuts the ball and hits a great volley to the back post. So you take that away. The opportunities that we get have to be mixed from a cross, from a shot. Look at how the PK, it could have had another PK that didn't get called. So very important is maybe in the first 15, 20 minutes, see if they can get that second goal, and then the game will open up.
Well, 3 points are up for grabs in this one as Colorado Springs is just 1 point ahead from the RGV. So the Toros really want to get another goal in and take this victory, which will be a sweep of the Switchbacks in this second game that they meet. We are going to go ahead and take a break. We'll let you enjoy the halftime show. It's 1-1 after 45 minutes. We'll be right back.
Stretched out to the middle. Back to Grande.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Grande forwards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Toros Nation, let's hear it for the RGVFC Toros Dancers. Let's give them a big round of applause. to thank Popeye's Chicken for being the presenting sponsor of our RGBFC Toro Dance Team. Thank you, Popeyes. Ladies and gentlemen, Toros Nation, Sprint brings the best goals of the season to all of those soccer fans. Visit us here at the Sprint booth and we'll explain how switching to its network will save you more money. Don't forget, we're waiting for you to help you save. Also, don't forget Toros fans, Popeye's Tuesday special. One leg and one thigh for $1.29. So stop by and visit one of Popeye's 12 RGB locations from Brownsville to McAllen. Popeye, Louisiana Kitchen, come get you some. A big thanks goes out to our sponsors at Hidalgo County EMS. Hidalgo County EMS operates in 7 counties, from Coastal Bend to the Rio Grande Valley. They provide 24-hour mobile intensive care units with a dedicated staff and management team. As our company closes 200 employees, we strive to make every employee feel as part of a family. For more information, you can contact them at 956-686-5353 or visit them at 1415 West Owasso Road in Edinburgh. Blue Wave Express Car Wash is a proud sponsor of the RGBFC Toros. Blue Wave Express Car Wash is located all over the valley. In Brownsville, Harlingen, Westaco, Edinburgh, Bar, McAllen, and Mission. Be sure to stop by the new location coming soon to McAllen on Nolana. Thank you, Blue Wave Car Wash. We would also like to thank Gary Queen for being a partner of our RGBFC Toros soccer team. Thank you, Gary Queen. Toros Nation, don't forget, make sure to come back here Saturday, September 10th at 7:30 p.m. as your Toros take on the Portland Timbers 2. Call our Toros offices for more information at 956-972-1144. That number, 956-972-1144. And that's how you can get your ticket or stop by the Toro booth at the main entrance on the way out and talk to one of our great Toros representatives. Also, Toros Nation soccer fans, please visit the Toros booth at the main entrance to learn how you can purchase your 2016 RGBFC Toros season ticket. We offer a variety of season ticket packages to fit all your needs. Whether you're a die-hard soccer fan or you're looking for a way to reward your employees and thank your clients, the Toros staff will find the right package just for you. Soccer fans, be sure to visit the Toros concession stand and pick yourself up a tasty treat. Get you some hamburgers, nachos, hot dogs, popcorn, candy, or some cotton candy and wash it down with a tasty beverage of your choice. So come on by and visit the Toros concession stand.
Ball stretched out to the middle. Back to Grande.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Grande forwards. Hey, it's in. Rochester has a lead in the game. It's St. Louis.
Welcome back, folks. Greetings from HB Park in Edinburgh, Texas, right in the Rio Grande Valley, where the RGVFC Toros are tied 1-1 with number 2 team in the Western Conference, Colorado Springs Switchbacks. After 45 minutes, you see the halftime stats right on your screen, and it's a 1-1 game right here. It's open field for either team to take this one.
That's going to be a very good game second half. You look at the stats, shots on goal, 1 for each team, which is the 1-1 tie. The actual shots for the Toros, 8 and 2 for Switchbacks, 1 that ended up in goal. You also have corner kicks. Switchbacks actually have 3, and I think that has a little bit to do with the win. Then you also have fouls committed. They're very tight at 8. And so this second half, both coaches and both staffs pretty much will say, go for it. We're not playing here for a tie. You're playing for the win. It's very important because the race is close in the West.
So now the Toros have the wind on their side, so we'll see if they can take advantage of that as we are moments away from kickoff. If I'm not mistaken, Memo Rodriguez, Emilio Garcia, Ruben Luna, Arboleda, Bird, Ward, Malky, Magales, Taylor Hunter, Kevin Garcia, Callum Irving, no subs by the Toros yet.
Yes, Switchbacks made one sub.
And here we go, 45 minutes and counting, as the RGVFC and Colorado Springs Switchbacks are tied 1-1. Colorado Springs now with the ball. And right from the top, they look like they're getting ready to move the ball a lot. Just look more active than the way they begun in the first half. That's number 11 who came on board
for Seth, number 12, Seth Mike. It's the player that came out.
So Mike Seth is out for Colorado Springs, and number 11 came in. You have the lineups, right?
Yes, number 11 for Colorado Springs. Looking at it right now.
That will be Saeed Robinson.
He's actually been the regular starter for them.
And the other guy that we talked about, as JJ Greer was there on your screen, who took down Ruben Luna there and got called for the foul. The other guy that we talked about that's on the bench that's usually a starter is Marty Maben, who leads the Switchbacks in scoring with 7 goals this season.
He might have an injury or actually yellow cards.
Emilio Garcia now. He's in between 3 defenders. What will he do with it? Crosses it in. That one goes right into the hands of Gory.
It's really nice weather for a soccer game right now.
Beautiful. As I mentioned earlier, the temperature was 91 degrees Fahrenheit. It did not feel like 91 degrees. Right now at 8:49 p.m. Central Time. And just a few minutes into the second half, 2 minutes into the second half, we are at 86 degrees.
Trying to check for some other scores in the league right now.
I saw Sacramento Republic FC as Gorek had to come out of his box to save that one. Sacramento Republic FC taking on Vancouver, the Whitecaps. That game is not until 10 o'clock here, Central Time, because of the Pacific schedule. And that one will be the one that we really want to keep an eye on. We'll look at some other scores to see as far as the standings. If Tulsa is one of the teams taking on OKC tonight, they are looking to move up on the standings, just behind RGV with 37 points. So it's only a 2-point difference there. And the LA Galaxy taking on Swope Park, they're only 3 points behind. So things can really change.
Yeah, very good games, very close on this playoff race. And it makes it so much fun for the fans and, you know, first-year team here at Edinburgh.
So here we go. Ward with it, playing it back to Taylor Hunter. Now, Malky on the right, looking for Memo Rodriguez. He can't get it to him. Number 5 fights for it, Josh Suggs, guy that opened the scoring here. He plays it back to Miguel Gonzalez. He's going to fake it and takes it back to Suggs. Suggs cannot get by as Malky makes the save. That one goes out of bounds.
Was called an offsides.
Offsides. And speaking of the Swope Park Rangers against the LA Galaxy, Swope Park just took the lead, 2-1.
It's good for, it's good and it is not. Everybody keeps moving up and getting closer and closer. That's why a win today would be very good.
And looks like you already have a score on the Sacramento game, no? Here's Bird, gives it to Charlie Ward.
It's 1-0 right now, Sacramento beating
They're playing Vancouver tonight.
Okay.
So that one's against Orange County.
That was last weekend's.
So here's Colorado Springs fighting for it. Gonzalez gets the best of that shove. So with Swope Park taking a 2-1 lead over LA Galaxy, if we are looking at the standings, that's a little bit good for the RGV because LA Galaxy, who's 3 points behind, so if they lose this one, then they stay behind the RGV. Swope Park has 30 points, and they're just out of the playoffs right now if they were to start behind San Antonio just by 1 point. So if they get a win tonight, they might crack the top 8. Here's a set play put into the air as Colorado Springs looking to attack. That one's cleared out. Memo Rodriguez chasing it. Ends up with Gorick, and he'll clear this one.
Toros defense is really bringing a high line to the midfield literally.
So here's a ball looking for Aaron King. That one's long. Suggs tries to play it ahead. He was trying to catch the Toros defense asleep.
That's what they did in the first half as they were sitting back on the shell.
During halftime, you did mention some of the subs that could come in for the Toros. You talked about Zenon Katic,
who's been scoring. He's hot. You also have Kyle Murphy, who's a strong, powerful forward who has come off a little bit. Last few games has not played a lot, but he's doing really well at training. You have TJ Kastner, who can play wide, either for Arboleda or Memo if needed. We have back and defense if you need it, Kai Green. And you also have Christian Lucatero.
Here's Eric Bird losing that one. Toros now here, Colorado Springs on the run. Here's Miguel Gonzalez on the left. He's got 2 guys on him, Taylor Hunter and George Malka. He crosses it in. Who's there? The defense is there. This one ends up in the hands of Callum Irving.
That square ball in the middle from Bird, and you can see the speed that
Colorado Springs took off.
Yes.
So here's Emilio Garcia now, with Memo Rodriguez on the right. Can he get by? No. Defense is there. Number 5, Suggs.
Suggs has done a very good job for these guys. He plays more like a midfield forward.
Here's a ball placed ahead that's called offsides. That would have been very dangerous opportunity there as Aaron King was by himself. He did shoot it and it went off right.
Yeah, he was offsides about 3 steps.
He was one-on-one with Irving. Here's Luna to Ward. Ward to Emilio Garcia. First touch to George Malky. Now Malky on the right. Tries to cross it in. That one bounces off Miguel Gonzalez. Here's Bird now. Playing it back to Megales. Here's Arboleda to Bird. Switchbacks really showing speed here. Number 4. Luke Barcoleo showing a quick step here. Arboleda fighting for it. It ends up with Memo Rodriguez. What he'll do with it. Arboleda has it. He tries to take off. Goes to the ground. And there's a whistle, but no foul called. He's going to give Arboleda a yellow card.
He's kind of showing like he dove and trying to see if he can cheat on there because he gave a PK in the first half. Looking at it, if you see the replay, he is going for the shot. Drives in.
Does it get touched?
Not much in that one, but he was trying to draw the foul. Did a great job because he drew 4 players, and with a little bit more, he would have been able to play the ball to George Malky coming down the right flank.
In a situation like that one, do you want to try to sell it, or could he have maybe squeezed through the defenders and maybe have a shot?
Could have really tried it more, and it would have been hard to be calling a second PK.
Yeah.
But with his speed, you have to get physical.
Here's Colorado Springs looking to go through the right field. Nice touch, nice passing. Aaron King leaves it to Luke Barconel. Luke gives it up, and here's Miguel Gonzalez with a nice first touch. No look pass, ends up in the feet of Megales. Foul is called, and he stole his ball.
Number 10 again with the foul.
Here's Memo. He's getting smothered, loses the ball. Miguel Gonzalez trying to play a through ball to Aaron King. Here are the Colorado Springs on the attack. Luke Barconel has it. He's pressured by Eric Bird. He goes right to who? Number 44. That's Jordan Burt. Arboleda takes it away, leaves it with Eric Bird, and Bird now long past Charlie Ward, but Malky is there to recover, and look out here as a nice play starting to develop for the Toros, and Malky is held back as he's pulled. Here comes another yellow.
It was actually a short pass by Bird, and George Malky just read it and went through. What a great run, what a good overlap, and what a good pass by Memo. And
Christian Ibega with a yellow.
It is a yellow, but if you call it, this is what we call a professional yellow because he was gone. See his arm up there?
Yeah.
He was gone.
Malky was going to get to that one. It was taken off like a Mustang.
Really well read by George Malky. You can see Colorado Springs right now with literally 11 players in their defensive third.
So Emilio Garcia will be the one to put this one into play. The Toros playing it short. Here's Charlie Ward. Back to.
Very smart not hitting that long ball just to hit it because there was literally 9 to 10 players versus 3 Toros players. So it was very smart keeping the ball in that free kick. I mean, you have to give a lot of credit. Colorado Springs comes in, it's tied 1-1. 56 minutes into the game, and
a quick update around the league. FC Cincinnati has become the 3rd team to clinch a playoff spot.
There's also one of those teams that not too long ago drew over 16 and 20,000 fans to their games.
The Richmond Kickers have also booked their ticket to the postseason. That makes it 4 teams, as this one's going to go out of bounds.
Number 10 right now complaining with the ref. In all game, he's been actually hitting a lot of the Toros players.
So now the Toros fighting for it here. Colorado saving it. Yep, Suggs saves it. Ball still into play. He's going to give it to number 8, Ronnie Argueta. Now on the right, Burt. With Eric Bird pressuring. That one goes out of bounds. It's Switchbacks ball.
About 10 minutes or so, you'll start seeing more substitutions. Bring the energy back up. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes too many subs kills the game.
We'll see what each coach will think about making a sub. We see TJ Kastner warming up. Several Toros players warming up. Kai Green. Then in Kadich. And here are Switchbacks on the attack now. A ball up into the box. Malky's going to be there. He clears it out. Look out here. Memo fighting for it against Suggs. Suggs with a little ball over him. And then ref calls the foul.
Taking his time. They're trying to waste a little time in there. You know, buying.
Christian Ibega, who puts it into play. The defender who just got a yellow card. So now both teams have a yellow in this game. George Malky. Taylor Hunter. And he goes left.
Very good switch to Kevin Garcia.
Kevin Garcia. He's going to send it down the middle to Charlie Ward. Ward now goes right to George Malky, and he teams up with Memo Rodriguez. He plays it back to Malky. Malky got pulled.
Number 10 again. It's probably his 5th or 6th foul.
And still has not gotten a card.
And he's complaining.
Yeah. Here's the ref, reaches into his pocket, and finally gives it to him.
I think he heard me in that
I think
one.
he heard you, right? That's enough. So that's second yellow of the game. That's Miguel Gonzalez. So now we see what we do here. Memo Rodriguez.
Now we do have everyone up for Toros. It's about 40 yards out, 35 yards out.
Memo puts it into play. Who's there? Oh, the defender was there, but it looked like McAllis was looking straight at it, just hoping that the ball was coming to him. Here's Callum Irving. Look out as Aaron King is pressuring. Has to clear this one out, and he looks for Memo Rodriguez on the right. Good long ball there.
Good
Goes
ball.
out of bounds as Suggs deflected it. Quick inbounds by Memo. Giving it to Emilio Garcia. They're battling for it. Emilio gets it. He crosses it in. Who's there? Oh, Arbadella could not get to it. But he recovers.
Quick, so quick.
Here's Kevin Garcia. Gives it to Charlie Ward. Ward looking. He finds someone. Luna. Luna now going left to Arboleda. What will he do with it? Crosses it in. Puts it in the air. It's long. No one's there. And this one ends up with George Malky fighting for it. He gets it. And nice ball in. That one goes out of bounds, and it'll be a corner.
Good pressure in the 61 minutes right now by Toros. Going left to right, opening both wings, crossing, getting numbers in.
Second corner of the game for the Toros. Let's see whether they can get out of it. Look out the fans getting into it. Memo Rodriguez. He's ready to put it into play. Ball is in the air. Look out here. Oh, Kevin Garcia cannot get to it. Now you got Charlie Ward with it. Gives it to Emilio Garcia. Emilio gets by the defense. He's got a shot. Will he take it? He does, but bounces off number 44. That is Jordan Burt.
Received the ball, and he got it right where he wanted for the shot.
Being inbounds by the Toros. Taylor Hunter has it in the back. Gives it to Ivan McAllis, and McAllis goes all the way right to George Malky. Malky being pressured by Miguel Gonzalez. Nice first touch here by Bird to the right, looking for Memo. Memo is there, crosses it in. Who can get there? Man goes down in the box.
PK.
A penalty. second penalty here as Emilio Garcia gets taken down in the penalty box. Was it Greer?
It was a great play, and then Bird just played a nice give and go as the defense was stepping up. He placed it wide, and then it looks like
Here's a replay.
Memo just played a great one time as he's running in. Yes, he was fouled.
Greer takes down Emilio Garcia.
Garcia was
JJ
ready
Greer.
to just strike the ball and made that second PK.
Huge opportunity here for the RGVFC Toros, who are looking to take the lead 2-1. Second penalty of the game.
Very good opportunity here.
It'll be Ruben Luna who takes the shot.
He's gone twice to the right, to his right. We'll see
what he does this time. So Ruben Luna takes his steps back. Plenty of room. Ref says, get ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fire to the bottom right, and it's a goal. Goal, 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 goal. Ruben Luna makes it 2-1 from 11 feet away as the RGVFC Toros are on top at the 64th minute of this one. 2-1 over Colorado Springs.
Great goal here for Toros. Luna is taking the lead, and he will be taking most of the PKs. He is so confident in these PKs, and now being up 2-1, you can see now Colorado Springs is going to have to open up, and we are going to have a wide open game.
Ruben Luna on fire. 6 goals in 5 games. Tying Emilio Garcia and Memo Rodriguez for the leading scorers. Now we have a 3-way tie. So we might have a little in-team competition. Who can score the 7th?
Pretty sure the staff doesn't mind that.
Not at all. So the RGVFC Toros are on top now. As Colorado looking to answer. Look out here. Loose ball.
One other stat in there. This is the 15th goal in 4 games.
15 goals. As Memo Rodriguez gets taken down, ref calls for the foul.
2-1.
Here's a replay. Oh, a clear foul. Toros have the ball now in their defensive third. Charlie Ward with it. Gives it to Kevin Garcia, and now it goes back to Ivan Magales. Taylor Hunter with it. Malky. It looks like Colorado really has spread out more. Look out here as
they have to come out for the ball. They can't go with a tie or with a lose. You know, they have to go to tie the game or win the game.
Gorick showing some frustration as he had to come out of his box.
But the wind definitely plays with it because it could either go long or it could sometimes change.
So here's Malky, who will inbound. He gives it to Ruben Luna in the box, shooting off his defender. He turns around and fires. He doesn't think about it. He turns around and looks to score.
Targeting that ball, he can strike it both right and left foot. Actually has a very good left foot, and that's exactly how he scored his goal. You can see the replay right now. Perfect little touch, and there he goes. Could have been a corner kick too.
He does a really good job of shooting off his defenders, and then he's able to turn around and
he has brought something different to the style of the team. He holds the ball, and the team's confident for the way he plays. Obviously, like I said before, we have 3 other forwards in the team that do a great job. At some point, they come into the picture, and they'll have their share to do their part.
So RGVFC with the ball. They will be inbounding as we reach the 67th minute. Here's Luna. He loses it. Now the Switchbacks have it. Arboleda pressuring here. That one's going to get kicked out of bounds.
This is one thing now. You're on the road, 2-1 down. You won on Wednesday. You need this game big. psychologically and tactically, there has to be a change for Colorado Springs.
Malky with a bad throw in here, but both teams fighting for it. It looks like Colorado's has the best of it. So here's Miguel Gonzalez with Aaron King. The two trying to team up, but there's 5 Toros defenders, and they take care of it. Here's Memo Rodriguez. It looks like Arboleda and Memo switched again.
They keep switching. It's a different look on both wings, because one can beat them right or left with just pure speed, and then Memo can cut it and strike it with both feet. So it creates trouble both ways.
Right. Double dual threat. Here's a foul.
Eric Burke went up on the 50-50, and I think he caught the back of the head of Aaron King.
That's Saeed Robinson.
Actually, Robinson.
The sub that came in. So Switchbacks will have the set piece here.
Crowd is very, very
entertaining
here on the sideline,
to say the least.
You can see a few of the academy players. You see Coach Wilmer there, goalkeeper Perales.
Coach making some calls, and here's the ball up in the air, and it's taken care of by Kevin Garcia. This one bounces just over Arboleda, and now Miguel Gonzalez has it. He's being pressured by Ruben Luna, and the ref blows the whistle. Quick play. Colorado Springs has it. Here's Robinson being pressured by 2 defenders. Kevin Garcia here tries to get it, but cannot handle it. And this one looking to get through for Aaron King, but
very good job by calling the goalkeeper not picking up ball and wasting maybe a few seconds in there.
Controlling the clock.
Controlling the game, reading, managing.
So here's a throw into Magalis.
It's a great thing about this league for players that obviously their goal is to be in MLS. You know, they're developing by playing.
Definitely, this is the chance that they get to, develop their talent, showcase it, and hopefully, as you mentioned before, crack the first team.
You have a lot of players in the first team that don't have a lot of minutes, and when they get called on, they do well because they're smart and they train, but they don't have games. So that's why having this opportunity to move forward and back between RGV Toros and Dynamo is very good for both.
It benefits both sides as Aaron King here gets a nice ball. He tried to do the first heel back pass, but no one was there.
That was a dangerous play. That was a dangerous ball, and everybody kind of thought, you have it, I have it, and it went through.
A bit of miscommunication or falling asleep there of the Toros defense. And Irving clears this one all the way to the other end of the field.
That's like a heavyweight battle right there between those two.
Ruben Luna trying to get the best of it, and ref calls the foul on Luna. Says it's Colorado ball.
Both ways is good to have a forward that holds on, that fouls, because now you're way back trying to get ball forward. You're down 2-1.
We have a sub as Colorado's number 18, Aaron King, is on his way out. And number 9, that is Marty Maben, the leading scorer. He makes his way in. He's got 7 goals this season. So this one's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be Toros ball. Malky.
The level of this league has definitely picked up. I was at tryouts last year, when they were just picking up the first players for the Switchbacks. And out of 300 kids that tried out, only 1 was picked. And as Coach went out and looked at players all over the country, you could say the same thing here, Coach Wilmer and Coach Michael, who knows the college game very well, and then Coach Wilmer being the head coach for the U.S. national team, knows all the youth and who and where are some of the top players, and you can see the kind of team he's put together.
So here's a nice play here. Memo Rodriguez He misses that one. He was by himself. Misses left as Luna left the ball right on the green for him to score and make
Here
it 3-1.
using Luna again, and what a nice flick with his chest. Strikes the ball, but he went front post rather than back post. Great opportunity for Toros.
That's a tight angle to score from.
But there goes again how Luna's using his body.
Yeah. One of the things that we were talking about during the break, you know, he's a bit stocky, so he doesn't have that quick first step, but he uses his size, his body frame to shield defenders, and then you saw there he flicked the ball with his chest to perfectly put it in place for Memo Rodriguez.
Yeah, the defense is getting so tired. Sometimes a player like that, he wants to make sure that they mark him
here.
tight.
Look out, as Suggs has a shot, he takes it, but it ends up in the hands of Callum Irving as we have a Toros player on the ground. It looks like Malky.
Malky, yeah, it wasn't intentional, but they both went and they slid. He got up okay.
Slowly getting up, here's the replay.
Yeah, they both slipped. It was not intentional.
So here's Emilio Garcia being smothered by the defender. Emilio controlling, goes to Arboleda. Arboleda returning a little bit back. Gives it to Malky, and now Charlie Ward has it. Ward playing it back to Magales. We are reaching the 75th minute of the game. Magales now looking for Memo Rodriguez on the left. That one is long, and it's a goal kick.
It's an offsides, but it was a really good rotation from back to the middle and bringing around. Now that Colorado Springs has to get forward. Now you kind of string them kind of like an accordion, forward and back, and, you know, doing a good job of switching the speed of play.
So here's number 2, Josh Phillips, who will put this one into play, and teams over with Gorek. Gorek was not expecting that one. As you hear the Toros band chanting the "I believe we will win" chant. Here's a ball that's going to go out of bounds, and Toros will have possession. Here's Arboleda on the right. He has space. Can he get by? Dances a bit. And he getting by. Oh, 1-2. Defenders are going to get taken down in the box. He gets hit. Ref did not call the third. What would have been the third penalty of the game.
This crowd loves Arboleda. He's just having fun and dancing some salsa on that ball.
Yes.
Almost got away. Could have drawn a third PK there.
What do you think? There was some contact there, and the defender didn't hit the ball.
It actually looked more than the other PKs.
Ref didn't
Right
call
now,
that one. That was
becoming a fan favorite here pretty quick.
yes. Here's Emilio Garcia handling the ball well. Now gives it to Memo Rodriguez. He's got Arboleda in the middle. Nope. Ref calling an offsides.
You have
Here's the
TJ
replay.
Kastner, and it looks like Arboleda is going to be coming out. He'll probably get a standing ovation here.
Oh, yeah. He just doesn't give up. Doesn't give up as Arboleda is going out.
Arboleda coming out.
And TJ Kastner getting ready to come in. Kastner,
75th minute.
76 minutes. Kastner is the team leader in assists.
So there you go. You bring a player that's created opportunities. Now you bring one that has proven stats and record, and you still have goal scorers in every position right now.
You have Luna and Memo Rodriguez to score, and TJ Kastner to facilitate the ball. Arboleda there in that last play, he danced a little bit of salsa, a little bit of merengue, bachata. He just switched gears, and he doesn't give up. You can't teach hustle. Ref calls for a foul.
Handball.
Toros ball.
Called for a handball.
Here's the captain, Kevin Garcia.
Looks like Jenin is getting ready to sub in, which is a perfect sub at this time. A player that's very dangerous and also tall and targets the ball really
Look
well.
out here. Dangerous play. Callum Irving having to come all the way out and turn on the jets to clear this one out. as Taylor Hunter left that ball on an island. And we have another sub. It will be a sub for the Switchbacks. Number 4, Luke Vercolone stepping out, and number 7 will be making his way in. That is Nate Robinson. So now we have 2 Robinsons on the field. And you mentioned Jenin Katic getting ready to come in for Ruben Luna. So Ruben Luna, after 2 goals in the game, finally gets a rest now, and Jenin Katic, who has scored 3 goals in the last 2 games, makes his way in.
And we're getting the crowd going here.
The crowd here, as the band gets the crowd going. Fans really enjoying this one. And they have really been enjoying the Toros' performances as of late, as they have been unbeaten in the last 8 games. So
Now you're bringing in 2 fresh legs, players that can still attack, do a good job.
Look out here. Memo on the end of this one on the right field. He's getting pressured by 2 guys, and he's going to lose it. He does. Here's Bird looking to slide tackle for that one, but Switchbacks controlling well. Here's Miguel Gonzalez in the attack. You have the newly integrated player, number 7, Nate Robinson, making a run for it. There's Robinson, but Megales intercepts that one. Here's TJ Kastner. To Emilio Garcia. He gets taken down from behind. Is that going to be a card? Yes, a yellow.
Should be a card to hit him from behind.
Ref goes in hands. Looks like number 44 should be Burt. Josh Phillips. Number 2, Josh Phillips gets the yellow. That's the 3rd one for Colorado Springs. So if we're keeping tabs here, now they have 43 yellow cards on the season, while the Toros have 35. Kevin Garcia will put this one into play. Teams over with Eric Bird.
Now, this is a point where a lot of teams that will sit back or attack a lot and give up the goal. You know, if you're winning 2-1, do you sit back, or if you keep attacking and give up the ball?
So here's a change of game. Suggs looking for that one. It's a bit long, and it bounces out of bounds.
You know, you have Toros doing a great job, staff making sure that the legs on the players, they kind of know how far they can go. Matchups.
Well, Colorado has made 3 subs, while the Toros have made 2. Memo with a silly mistake there. It doesn't really happen. Here.
It's a swing and a miss.
Yep. Strike 1. Here are Switchbacks. Suggs trying to get by a warning. That was a fail. Oh, look out here. Look out. That's a little fan would not give the ball to the Switchbacks and decides to go give it to Jenin Katic.
He took on the show here.
Yes. And here are the Switchbacks. Looking to attack number 34, J.J. Greer. Fires the rocket.
The police came over and just told him he can't do that. Just stole the show here, this kid.
Look out here. Look at that. You can't write that, folks.
How can you get mad at the kid?
Yeah. Number 3 there, Christian Ibega, just raised his hands up, threw his hands up in the air saying, like, what do I do? So here come the Switchbacks. Suggs, the man with the goal for the Switchbacks. Playing it back to number 8, Ronnie Argueta. And here's a ball looking for Miguel Gonzalez. That one's stolen by the Toros. And Katic looking for that one. Ibega is there to recover. So here's Robinson.
Switchbacks moving the ball really well right now, left to right. They did bring a lot more
Look
offense.
out here. Nice chip ball from Colorado Springs, but nothing comes out of it. And here's Kastner teaming up with Emilio Garcia. Garcia is going to go left to Eric Bird. Now Bird on the left wing, making his run. Kadich asking for it. Bird holding on. He goes back to TJ Kastner. Kastner, what he'll do with it, chips it up ahead for Kadich. Who's there? Memo Rodriguez. He goes for the volley, and that one just goes over the crossbar.
Very good ball by TJ Kastner. It got deflected by the defender, and Memo almost there with the volley in the back post.
Kastner was looking for Kadich, but as you mentioned, the defender deflected it. That was a good thing to do.
Yeah, he did well. Volleyed in goal, and at that moment, you're not looking to pass inside the box. Great shot.
Look out. Ref calls for the foul. And Ronnie Argueta goes down. Quick play from the Switchbacks. Here's number 7, Nate Robinson. He hits Bird, and now Memo Rodriguez looking to control. That one bounces back off him.
7 minutes, 7 minutes. Right now, there hasn't been much stoppage. If anything, they'll give an extra minute. Toros have to keep moving the ball, not wasting too much time. And Switchbacks will press and press.
Here's Malky. Inbound into Kadich. He loses that one. And here's Kadich. He's got Emilio Garcia. Kadich, that one just a bit ahead and loses it.
Took a long last touch there.
Here's Miguel Gonzalez, and nice sliding tackle by Bird. Here's Robinson teaming up with number 34, J.J. Greer. Here's Burt. Can he save it? Nope. Linesman says it's out of bounds.
You know, most people that don't follow the league well, I mean, they're following Toros that come into the games, and you see these teams that played 3 days ago, their legs start feeling it. I mean, their reaction going forward, going back, sweating, losing a lot of energy, it starts feeling it.
Another sub by Colorado Springs as J.J. Greer is out, and that is number 5. No, I'm sorry.
Number 15.
15 made his way in. That's Jung Young Park.
You could almost see that they're almost going to a three backs and trying to get more numbers forward with probably a diamond shape in the middle and get extra players up top.
So that's going to be a corner for the Switchbacks.
Dangerous corner here. Going to send everybody forward.
Everybody except one. So you have Park right outside of the box. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the box. And here comes the corner. Ball is in the air. Who can get to it? Oh, Josh Phillips connects but goes left.
That was a good flick. They're looking. They went a little bit further in the back post, and all their numbers were more towards the middle.
So Callum Irving will put this one into play. A long ball. Looking for Kadich. Switchbacks win that one. Here's Robinson. Showing speed, number 8, Ronnie Argueta, he loses it. Now, Emilio Garcia has it. He leaves it for Charlie Ward. Ward, looking, patient, and goes with Bird. Bird touches it to Malky. Malky controlling on the right. He's got Park chasing him. Malky to Bird. Bird to Rodriguez. Bird up ahead to Kadich. That one's long and into the hands of Gorick. Here's Ibaga. Ball in the air. Number 9, Marty Maben looking for it. Now TJ Kastner has it. Kastner with the defender all on him. He's off to the races. And he gets taken down.
And it was a
Red
foul.
blows the whistle. And here comes another yellow.
And
That's
out.
a second for Phillips, and it's a red, and he is going to hit the showers.
He had a foul before. Now it's the second consecutive foul there. Leaving the players Switchbacks once again with 10 players, second game in a row.
Second game against the Toros with 10 players on the field.
But you could see that, you know, perfect time for the sub. TJ comes in fresh. He has a lot of speed and shows it right there. Telling the player right now he has to go back or go out.
Go off the field and hit the showers. He gets his second yellow card. That makes it 44 for the Switchbacks. It gives them 5 reds on the season.
This crowd more and more has started coming out to our games and really getting to like the Toros, like the style of play, getting to know the players more and more. What a great first year for the Toros.
It's a new team, and the fans are enjoying it. They are getting involved. The fan base is growing. You can only imagine what it's going to be like once the stadium is ready to go. So do you go for it from here? Emilio is lined up.
We have the academies going and already playing. We have a really good 99 group of mostly local kids. Toros also have a high school, Toros High School.
Got a lot of things going on here, trying to develop a lot of talent.
And at the 89th minute, we have a substitution for the Toros. Number 18,
So now, number 18, Kyle Murphy, comes into the game as Memo Rodriguez is going out.
Kyle has been waiting for his opportunity. Strong, fast, another target. Not like Ruben, but he is super strong, super fast.
So here he comes. A fake as Emilio was ready to take the shot, and Charlie Ward plays it to Kevin Garcia, who's in the corner, fighting for it. And the ref calls a foul, separating Kevin Garcia and number 11, Robinson.
Yeah, Kevin was just trying to waste time a little bit in the corner. Referee calls it probably out of bounds or free kick there against Kevin for retaliation of some kind. But did a great job, you know. Instead of hitting the shot, giving the ball right away, just took a whole minute off the clock.
Well, we're in the final stretch now. 30 seconds to go to the 90th mark, and we'll see how much time is added to this one. Ball in the air, bounces. Ward is there. Emilio fighting for it. And here's Colorado Springs on the run.
Any player on the yellow card right now has to be careful. That's for both teams.
Here's Robinson. Saeed Robinson puts it in the air, crossing it left. Malke is there to head it out of danger. And Emilio Garcia has it. Controlling in between two defenders. He gets pulled down. And the ref is going to give a yellow card to number 8. That is Ronnie Arteaga. Here are these guys getting heated as both teams shoving.
It was a handle by Emilio, but then the other player just took him down like a wrestler. And then, you know, he took another yellow. He was the player that was red carded last week. So
took him down with a move that seemed like Ronda Rousey would use in a UFC cage. A takedown.
That's what's happening. Playoff type of game.
Playoff atmosphere.
Players.
Another yellow card.
Staffs, referees. And, you know, you can complain. The ref this, the ref that. He's part of the game, you know.
Looks like Kevin Garcia just got a yellow. And Miguel Gonzalez gets his second yellow of the game. And that's another red card. And now you hear the fans chanting, fuera, 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 which means out of the field.
It's kind of tough, you know, because now you're definitely two players down, not only for this game, but you have very hard games coming up.
Here's a replay. It wasn't even Gonzalez who took him down. It was Ronnie Argueta who took him down.
But then Kevin came in and said something.
Yep.
He's already had a scuffle back in the corner. So if you look back, and obviously the league does look at these videos and can kind of look at it and make their decisions as well.
Maybe
that's why
reverse that
player,
yellow.
as a player, you have to be, you know, disciplined, sportsmanship, no matter what, because today everything you can see and you can watch.
4 minutes added to stoppage time. And this one, as we have reached the 90th mark. Colorado inbound in here. Park loses that one. Here's nice 1-2 punch between Park and number 9, Marty Maven. Maven between two defenders, and Eric Bird comes and makes the save. That one goes out of bounds.
Bird's done a very good job stepping in at defensive mid. He's usually the offensive mid forward, and he's done a great job substituting
Here's the
for
inbound.
Junior James.
Maven looking to get his shot. He goes down in the box. Penalty says, get up, sir. No whistle.
Dangerous, dangerous.
Look out here. Kastner on the run. Will he save it? Keeps it inbound. Yes. He's got Kadich up ahead. How about Kyle Murphy on the right? Cuts back. Slows things down. And here's Charlie Ward now. Ward giving it to Bird. Back to Ward. Ward has Emilio Garcia on the right. He finds him. Now Emilio getting on the run. TJ Kastner. He finds him. Kastner. Kadich. Oh, Gorick making the flying save. Two Toros forwards, TJ Kastner and Kadich, were looking for that one.
Kadich was going, and he's come up from a head concussion. Really careful with that ball way up in the air there.
So here's Colorado Springs, the Switchbacks, with 9 men on the field.
Not playing bad for having 9 players.
Here's Robinson, Nate Robinson. Here's Park, back to Robinson. Robinson puts it up in the air, looking for the other Robinson, Saeed Robinson, that is. No relation between the two. But Callum Irving takes care of business. Here's Charlie Ward now to Kevin Garcia. Garcia teaming up with TJ Kastner. Kastner showing the fresh legs, gets between two players. Here's Kastner. Can he get to it? He shoots. It's deflected now. Kyle Murphy has it. Can he cross it in? He does. Oh, just gets passed by Zenon Kadich, as the third goal was just there.
Kastner's come in and done a great job of taking players on.
Here is Jung Young Park. Oh, can I get to it? And the ref blows the final whistle. After 94 minutes, the RGVFC Toros
42 points.
make it 42 points, going up to second place in the Western Conference with a 2-1 victory over Colorado Springs Switchbacks, sweeping the Switchbacks and back-to-back wins. And now the Toros improved to 11, 5, and 9. And they are in great position now as we head into the final stretch of the season.
You know, from the beginning of the season, the staff talked about 15 games, kind of what the feeling is to make the playoffs and be in a good situation. 4 games in a row, winning, 15 goals, 1 against. Great job. You know, you have a few days off before you head into Kansas City. Not a few days off. They just get 1 day off and they get back into it. You know, whoever's played more obviously takes a little more of a rest in the next practice. The other guys step up right back tomorrow with the academy and do a little bit of time. This way they all match game situation. But it's the team's playing very good at all levels. Players coming off the bench are doing a good job. Players are able to take you 75, 80 minutes. You know, if you look at 2 penalty kicks, you look at 2 red cards, there's going to be a lot said within the league and within maybe the staff from Switchbacks who, you know, it's a very good team. These guys will be around, and it's going to be a team that probably we could be facing in the playoffs if that's the situation.
Well, in the beginning of the game, the ref was really calling more for in favor of Colorado Springs, but in the end, 2 penalties were called for the Toros. So
it's a 90-minute game, and it's kind of like a roller coaster. You put your opportunities away, which we didn't do early in the season. We would have had more wins, less ties. But on the other hand, just getting better. We've got a very good young squad. They come to work every day. The staff puts the atmosphere, but really the players are doing the job. And you know, now you're getting to see the crowds getting to know the teammates from around the league. I can only see great things ahead here in the Valley for professional soccer.
So the streak of no goals allowed ends at 760 minutes. That is the league record. So if anybody wants to beat that, they're going to have to go over 8 games, not allowing a goal. The Toros are, though, unbeaten in 9 straight games now, and they are scoring as they get ready to make the playoffs. So now, the Toros will go on the road for their next game. And they
against Swope Park Rangers.
will take on the Swope Park Rangers, who are in action tonight. All right, folks, there you have it. A final score of 2-1 as the RGVFC Toros take the victory over Colorado Springs. I'm Luis Ortiz on the call. Again, alongside Rafael Amaya. We'll see you next time.
Stretched out to the middle. Back to Grande.
Hook it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Grande forwards. Hey, it's in! Rochester
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.